So, Sovereign Servant, bring it back. So, Sovereign Citizen videos are some of my favorite. Just because, like, I don't know, like, they're just really funny. And, like, I know, like, people get, like, that, I don't know, you'll see, like, the comments, people go back and forth, like, just show them your ID. Like, I don't know, I'm on both sides, but I really hate when, like, sovereign citizens are kind of like, I'm not driving, I'm traveling. Like, all right, bro. Like, you're just doing too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to show your ID, like, fight that argument. But like, people like saying they're not driving or this isn't like you're in a vehicle. This is an automobile, not a vehicle. Like, all right, like they're just like playing with words and definitions, and they have no idea what they're talking about. And I don't know, like a lot of the cops don't know what they're talking about as well. So this is sovereign citizens getting owned or messing with the wrong cops. So we'll see what happens. This is DDS TV 3.0. Let's see how it goes. Yes, sit back, relax, enjoy.
Here we are, being pulled over. Oh, shit.
She's moving a lot. I'll be like, 10 and 2. She got the camera, she did everything.
I pulled you over as the plates come back not on file. Do you have your license on you, ma'am?
Why would I need my license?
Hold up, bro. So, right here, what are you running my plates for? Like, I didn't commit a crime. I did that. Like, is there some kind of, did I run a stop sign? Like, I don't know. This is again where I don't know all the rules. Can police just go around running your plates as you drive through the road? Is that what happens? Like, if it's not like a stolen vehicle, like, is that something they could just like, oh, I checked your plates, they didn't come back right, pull over? Is that a thing? Somebody tell me. I don't know.
I'm exercising my constitutional rights, my rights that are protected by the Constitution, to travel freely
You have to have a driver's license.
in my private property.
This is one of the ones I'm talking about, bro. She's like, I'm traveling. I'm not driving. I'm traveling. You need a license to drive, ma'am. No, I'm not driving. I'm traveling. I don't need a driver's license. This is my personal property. Like, you're driving on the state roads, the city roads, the county roads. You need a driver's license, ma'am. Did it say anything about traveling in there? What does it say about traveling? Like,
This is my private property sign.
oh no. Oh no. Can you imagine listening to this conversation as a human? Like, as like a human adult. This is my private, this car is my private property. Here's my private property sign that I got at freaking like Walmart, like Home Depot, whatever. And it's like, are we like, ma'am, are you serious right now? Like, is this what we're doing?
Driver's license.
In my private property. This is my private property sign.
Okay, well, in order to drive a vehicle, you have to have a driver's license.
I'm not driving a vehicle, ma'am. I'm traveling in my private property.
You have a driver's license?
Why would I need a driver's license to travel, to exercise my constitutional rights?
I don't like. I would be the worst cop because I would just be like, "Are you serious? Like, are you okay? Like, is this like I don't know? Like, I'd be the worst cop because I'd just be like, what is wrong with you right now? Like, are you listening to what I am saying? Like, you have a private property sign that you could have gotten at any. I mean, it for. I would be caught up on that. Like, you could have gotten this sign from any like department or like any local store to say like something's your, like, I can't just get one of those signs and then put it on like someone else's car. But this is my private property because I have this sign. That doesn't mean anything, ma'am. But like, aside from that, like, where's your driver's license?
Under the Fifth Amendment, I have the right to not incriminate
Okay. Okay.
myself.
Ma'am, I need you to open the door, please.
Why would you need me to open my door?
Well, if you're refusing to cooperate, you're going to come back with us.
So you're gonna arrest me?
Well, if you refuse to cooperate, I will.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I feel bad for that cop though, the lady cop. It seemed like maybe I guess there are like, it looks like there's like 2 or 3 other officers there, or 2 other officers there aside from her. Maybe this is like her training officer. Could you imagine like being this like your first week on the job or something? Like this happens. Like I am traveling.
Go ahead and open the door.
I'm not going to open my door. Do you need my name? If I don't give you my name, you're going to arrest me, right? If I don't give you my name, you're going to arrest me?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I got that recorded. Because you guys are violating my constitutional rights.
We're not.
But you are, because I have the right to be safe and secure in my person's papers,
Not doing this.
property, and effects.
Okay. I need you to open the door. I'm asking you to come back to the vehicle. Supreme Court decided that we have the right to do so for our safety. So open the door. We'll open it.
I'll give you my name. I'm not going to open my door,
At this
though.
point, I'm asking that you open the door.
Why would you need me to open my door? For
Come
traveling.
back to the car with us.
Why would I come back to... Am I under arrest?
You're being detained. That's what a traffic stop is.
A traffic stops mean I'm being detained.
Okay, are you going to cooperate or do I have to break you?
I'll give you my name, yes.
I feel bad for like cops, man. Like I don't know. What is it called? ACAB. Well, all cops are bad. Like I don't know. Like there are some bad apples, 100%. But like, I don't know. If I had to go to work and deal with this, I'd shoot some people too.
I'm asking you out of the vehicle.
Okay.
Okay. Turn and face the vehicle, please. Turn and face the vehicle, please.
This is harassment. Why am I being under arrest?
This sovereign citizen was allegedly arrested for driving with an invalid license plate, failure to identify themselves, failure to possess a valid driver's license, and not complying with a lawful order.
Oh, that's cap. I don't know. Is it cap? That seems like a lot. Like that was like a lot of reaching in here. Invalid license plate. Failure to possess a driver's license, and then failure to comply with the lawful order. Yeah, I don't know.
Failure to possess a valid driver's license and not complying with a lawful order.
Please identify yourself.
Police officer from Suffolk County, Officer Donnelly. Roll down your window, please.
I don't have to.
Ma'am, roll down your window. Do you have your driver's license on you?
I have the right to remain silent.
Okay. Do you have your driver's license on you?
I have the right to remain silent. Am I being detained?
Roll down your window.
Am I being detained?
Roll down your window.
I do not consent to this stop.
I can't hear you with the
I
window.
do not consent to this stop.
Well, I'm sorry, but you do have to consent.
I do not have to consent to this stop. This is illegal. You do not have the right to tell me I have to consent to this stop. Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
See, at this point, like I would just be the worst cop. Like I'd be like, I'm not gonna deal with this. Like you ran a stop sign. Like don't do it again. Like have a nice day. Like I'm not gonna argue with you. I don't like. How do you not consent to a traffic stop? I mean, I guess like you would arrest them just to prove a point, but like I don't know. At some point, I just like, all right, like you have a nice day, or like I feel like you just need an ass whooping. Like that's why I would be the worst cop. Like I would be shooting people and beating them up, and I would be the worst.
You have 15 minutes from this moment.
Ma'am, can you please
For what?
window so I can hear you better?
I do not consent to this stop. I do not want to converse with you.
Do you have ID so I can identify who you are? I'm Officer Donnelly from Suffolk County Police Department.
Am I being detained?
I can't hear you, ma'am.
Am I being detained?
There's a lot of traffic, and I can't hear you, so you need to roll down the window.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay, you have 15 minutes.
I will tell you why you're being detained if you could roll down
What's
the
the
window.
reason for this stop?
You have suspended plates. Okay, is this your vehicle?
Am I
I think if you have like if you can't get to a DMV or like you just like don't have access to like a DMV or like I mean you should have access to one. Maybe you don't have like the money to like pay for that kind of stuff. I think you just become a sovereign citizen. You're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fight this. Like I'm not gonna pay. I'm just gonna fight this. I'm just gonna like every cop that gives me a hard time and I don't have a valid driver's license or license plate. I'm just gonna give them a hard time. Like
being detained?
Ma'am, is this your vehicle?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you're being detained.
I do not consent to this stop. I have the right to remain silent.
You again, very politely.
I have the right to remain silent.
Roll down the window and hand me your ID.
You're committing a felony by trying to force me to not enforce my.
I didn't take any of your rights away. I'm conducting.
I do not consent to this stop.
Stop resisting.
I do not consent to this stop.
Ma'am, roll down your window.
My rights are being violated. I'm in fear of my life. I fear for my life. I have no weapons and you do, and you're intimidating me. I do not consent to this stop.
Your window.
I do not consent to this stop.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you again, politely. Roll down your window and hand me your identification.
I am traveling. I do not consent to this stop.
Where do they learn this? Is there like a
What
website?
papers are you looking through right now?
I do not consent to this stop.
Oh, I've seen this before. She has like those papers that tell her rights and stuff like that, and it's like like I've seen this before. It's like you're a sovereign citizen. Just say I don't consent to this stop, and they can't arrest you. Like it's a foolproof system. Just say they can't arrest you. You're good.
Okay, I heard you about 5 times that not. Now, can you hand me your ID, please?
I do not consent to this stop.
Go to the next page.
Who owns the vehicle, ma'am?
I do not consent to this stop.
Ma'am, roll down the window.
I do not. I'm being intimidated.
Your door wasn't locked. This cop had the most patience in the world. Your door wasn't even locked this whole time. Did she lock it?
She attempted to open my door.
Because you're not complying with my work.
I do not
So roll
consent
down
to
the
this
window
stop.
and hand me
I
your
do not consent to this stop.
Look, she has the papers, bro. Those are the
Consent to this
documents.
stop. I do not consent to this stop.
Right there, bro. Those are the sovereign citizen like rule book right there. They're like just a blueprint or like a step by step what to do when you're stopped by the police. First things first, say you are traveling and not driving. If you say you're driving, you're going to jail. You were traveling in your private vehicle, or shit, I'm going to jail. You were traveling in your private property. And you don't have to identify yourself. You can give them your name, but that's it.
She attempted to open my door illegally when I stated I did not consent
Oh, she folded, bro. She's like, yes, I did. She said illegally. Yes, I did.
to this stop. I do not consent to this stop, Mrs. Donnelly, that works for
Right, you know
Suffolk
who I am.
County.
I'm Officer Donnelly, and I'm asking you to show me ID of who you are.
I do not consent to this stop.
Can you look at me, please?
I do not consent to this stop.
What is your first name?
I do not consent. Now she's attacking my door.
What
This
your
is
first name?
assault. Assault. Assault.
Ma'am, roll down your window.
Why is this? Okay, like at this point, this seems like it has been happening for longer than I have been present. This video's been on since like the 3:23 mark, it looks like. So like roughly a few minutes, 4 minutes have gone by almost of you just asking this lady to like give her like this has gone on too long. Like at this point, like I think you need to call some backup or let her go.
I have the right to remain silent.
Hey, you can remain silent. Hand me your ID.
I have the right to remain silent. I do not consent to this stop. I do not consent
So
to
she's
this.
just like in the car with like these are my papers, and she's just like, or yeah, she's recording it. I do not consent to this stop. Next page. I am traveling, not driving. Like
Stop.
Hand me your identification.
Now she's attacking the window again.
Roll down the window.
I do not consent to this stop.
Roll down the window.
dude, what was that? Was that like a demon?
Attacking the window again.
What? Who's that?
Roll down the window.
I do not consent to this stop.
Roll down the window.
I do not consent to this stop.
Ma'am, roll down the window.
I do not consent to
Roll
this
down
stop.
the window.
I do not consent to this stop.
Get
The
out.
door's open? Okay, I guess she's waiting for
The
backup.
sovereign citizen was allegedly arrested for driving with suspended license plates, failure to identify themselves, and failure to possess a valid driver's license, and failure to comply with a lawful order.
See, that's just like BS. Like, was she getting arrested? I don't know. I know a lot of people have issues with like their license plates, and like I was saying before, like sometimes people get out of jail or whatever, and they have to get like a license, and it's just hard for them to get one, and you have to go back and forth and have a car. I don't know. It's a lot of things. Like the world that people like, we live in very different worlds, and I think like a lot of times like the poor people in the world in the United States have a difficult time with these things. And so, like, you know, be thankful. If you have a driver's license and you can, like, get this shit handled and you have no issue with it, like, be thankful. Because some people do. Some people have a really tough time. They have to pay stuff. You know, you get tickets and stuff. You got to, like, pay those off. And if you don't have a lot of money, like, you're really just set up to lose. Like, can you imagine? Like one time I remember getting a ticket for speeding. And it was like $150, and I think I paid it online, so I had to pay like a fee for that, and it was like $160. And like, just imagine like you make $400, you know, bi-weekly, or you know, that's like part-time. I don't know how much people make, but you make like $800, and rent is, you know, $500, and food is $200. Like, it adds up. And if you're in a position where you have to spend an extra $200 for some nonsense, like, you're probably not going to do it. You're probably just like, I'm just going to, you know, take the penitentiary chance and drive without a license. And so I guess like these poor people are getting this stuff off the internet, and they're just like, okay, this is how to avoid paying for your tickets. You are a sovereign citizen, and you are traveling and not driving. I don't know. But this was kind of fun. I did enjoy this video, so I think I may watch a couple more. Let's see how it goes. I'll check in with you guys later.
Life of a Kennedy, James Dean rollout. Summer spent in places most my people never know about.